Once upon a time, there was a quiet little place called Umuaka village. It was a land where life followed the rhythm of nature. Every morning, the rooster's loud crow rose above the wide red earth, waking both young and old. And when evening came, a soft, cool breeze moved through the village, carrying the sweet smell of roasted corn from the fires women made by the roadside. Umuaka village was a peaceful village. Children ran around barefoot. Women tied bright wrappers and sang as they pounded fufu. Men sat under the big udala tree discussing village matters and drinking palm wine. Life was simple and everyone knew everyone. In this village lived a respected man named Chief Oji Arinze. He was one of the chiefs in the village. He was tall and strong, and with broad shoulders like someone carved out of an iroko tree. Whenever he walked with the calm strength of a man who carried authority lightly. His words had weight in the council of elders, and his compound was one of the largest in the community. People respected him because he judged fairly and spoke gently. Whenever he walked through the market square, people greeted him with smiles. When the time came for him to marry, he chose a woman who became the envy of many, Ada, daughter of Maazi Ejike, a palm wine tapper. Ada was a woman whose beauty made even old women nod in admiration. It made people stop and look at her twice. Her skin was the smooth color of ripe udala fruit. Her waist curved gently like the bend of Oji River. Her eyes were bright, soft, and filled with peace. When she smiled, it felt like early morning sunshine touching the earth. Her smile could calm a quarreling household. And her voice was gentle like the song of maidens returning from the stream. Oji loved her as a man loves his own heartbeat. He loved her deeply, and she loved him just as much. They were like two young palm trees growing side by side, strong and always together. Every Nkwo market day, Oji returned home with something beautiful for Ada. A new wrapper, soft beads for her neck, fine slippers, delicious fruits, and foodstuff. She lacked nothing, and everyone knew it. Oji shielded her from gossip, fed her joy, and never allowed her to feel alone. They were like two doves flying in the same direction, never separated. And the whole village saw it. People admired them. Some women envied Ada. Men prayed to find love like theirs. Elders blessed them whenever they walked by. In fact, some elders used to say, if love were a calabash of palm wine, Oji and Ada would be drinking from the sweetest one. Their love shined brighter than the moon of a clear night. But like every story in life, a shadow slowly entered their happiness. For 5 long years, their love remained strong, but one thing was missing: a child. At first, Oji did not worry. He believed time would solve it. But the world around them was not kind, especially his family. They did not have the patience of love. Oji was an only son, the last hope of his lineage. His mother began to worry. his sisters began to talk. People in the village started whispering. Soon, the whispers turned into sharp insults thrown directly at Ada. Some called her Barren. Some said she was not a real woman. Some even called her Obanje, saying she had given birth to all her children in the river and that her beauty came from the waters. There were people who mocked her openly in the market. Her sisters-in-law were the worst. They became thorns in Ada's flesh. You barren woman, they spat. You want to end our family name. They insulted her openly. One day, when Oji went for a council meeting, Ada was alone in their house cooking. Her sisters-in-law stormed her house unexpectedly and started beating her, dragging her wrapper to shame her. Ada endured it all in silence, but inside her heart, storms raged. She cried at night, wiping her tears so her husband would not see her pain. Oji defended Ada as much as he could, but the pressure grew heavier every day. Finally, his family insisted. Marry a second wife, Oji, or we will bring one for you.
They warned him that time was passing and that their lineage would die if he did nothing.
Ada, tired of tears and wanting peace to reign, held his hands one night under the moonlight and said, My husband, marry another woman, if that will bring peace to this household. I will not stop you. Oji resisted at first, but the pressure from his people was overwhelming. Finally, with Ada's painful permission, he married a second wife, Ijeoma. Ijeoma was beautiful too, but in a different way. She had sharp features, quick eyes, a proud walk, and a tongue as pointed as a needle. Where Ada was calm like cool water, Ijeoma was hot like the midday sun. From the first day she entered the compound, Ada felt her peace slowly slip away. Within 1 year, Ijeoma gave birth to a baby girl. Oji's family rejoiced. At least, their son was not impotent. They pampered Ijeoma and the baby. But Ijeoma wasn't fully happy. She had wanted a baby boy. Nevertheless, she was glad she gave Oji a child. Her gladness quickly turned into pride and wickedness. She mocked Ada openly. Barren tree. Even goats in this village give birth before you. A woman that does not know how to carry a baby is not a woman. She said all this to Ada. Ijeoma became a different person. She looked for every little chance to insult Ada. When Ada passed, she hissed loudly. When Ada greeted her, she ignored her. Villagers were shocked, but Ijeoma did not care. Sometimes she called Ada a man, saying, A woman without a child is not a woman. You are just taking space in this compound. Her words were sharp and painful. Ada often cried silently in her heart, but she never replied. Chief Oji tried to stop the quarrels, but anytime he corrected Ijeoma, she shouted, Leave me, at least I have given you a child. 3 years passed. Ijeoma had 3 daughters, and her arrogance grew with each birth. Ada still had no child. Ijeoma insulted her daily. So you want to stay here childless while I give this man children? You should be grateful I allow you to live in this compound. Despite the insults Ada was receiving from Ijeoma, her heart remained kind. She helped take care of all the children in the compound. When they played, she watched over them. When they fell, she cleaned their wounds. The children loved Ada dearly, yet their mother Ijoma continued treating Ada like dust. Ada swallowed her pain like bitter herbs. One night, after another public insult from Ijoma, Ada walked to the back of their compound where the moon shone brightly on the ground. There, she knelt on the cold earth, lifted her face to heaven and cried, "Oh God of heaven, I have nobody but you. Please remember me. If you give me a child, boy or girl, I will raise that child to be good, to be kind, and to bless this village. Please have mercy on me." Her tears fell on the dusty earth like raindrops. She prayed until her voice became weak. Then she stood up slowly and returned to her hut. Unknown to her, that night, heaven heard her voice. They heard her prayers. Months passed. Something changed in Ada. She began to glow in a way different from her normal beauty. Her waist became fuller. Her steps became slower. One evening, the village midwife saw her and smiled knowingly. "Ada, my daughter, you carry a child." When Ada heard it, she fell to the ground and wept. But this time, they were tears of joy. The news reached Oji while he was in the council meeting. He ran home like a young boy who had just won a wrestling match. He carried Ada in his arms, dancing around the compound. Ijoma heard the news. Her heart tightened like a clenched fist. She forced a smile, but inside, jealousy burned. She had given birth to 3 daughters, yet Ada's single pregnancy troubled her soul. What if she gives birth to a son? She asked herself. She was deeply worried. 9 months later, Ada gave birth to a healthy baby boy. His cry was loud. His body was strong. His skin glowed like the morning sun. The village erupted in celebration. The elders beat their drums. Women danced. Children ran around shouting, "Ada has given birth. Oh, the Barren woman is now a mother." Oh. Even her sisters-in-law rejoiced more than Ada. The boy was named Chibu Ikem, which means God is my strength. But the story did not end here. As Chibuikem grew, something special rested on him. He was wise like an old man, gentle like calm waters, and strong like an iroko tree. Children loved him. The elders admired him. People said Ada's vow had shaped his destiny. Meanwhile, Ijoma's bitterness consumed her like slow fire. Her daughters grew, but the community favored Ada because of her humility and kindness. One day, an elder from a neighboring village said, "The boy Ada bore will become a great leader." Ijoma's jealousy burned even more, but there was nothing she could do. The joy in the compound did not end Ijoma's bitterness. Instead, it stirred it like a stick in hot pepper soup. For while Ada had 1 son, Ijoma had 3 daughters, and she could not hide her anger. Her jealousy only grew. As the months went by, Ada's son, Chibuikem, grew like a young palm tree, blessed with early rain. He was calm, gentle, and surprisingly wise for his age. Children loved him. They loved to play with him. Everyone loved him except his stepmother, Ijoma, who had begun hatching evil plans for him. What could Ijoma be planning? Watch out for part 2.